What's up, everyone? Surprise from your guests at ESR. This is the RWB Tier 2 Saturday GT series with ESR and also cheese. I like mine with the large fries, but today I guess I'll have to settle with Matt Higgs. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good.
I'm
How are
Mcray,
you?
by the way, in case it wasn't obvious, which it probably wasn't. What are we looking at here today?
Well, the track is very moist.
Yeah, it is. Like a lot of things. We're currently watching James
Yeah.
Butler haul his cute little Jetta G55, GT4 around the track.
Yep.
And
And as you guys might have noticed, we are only seeing the GT4 leaders.
yes, we took a quick trip through the stream here, and I don't believe it changes. So just because the this is an automated recording, so the leaderboards is only GT4 today. That's okay. Mercifully, the names are hovering above the drivers as you see. So mercifully, it'll be pretty easy to follow along. We think. And
Yeah,
yeah, the
there's a
dots on the map.
BMW.
Yep, that's a BMW. Looks like an M4.
Yeah,
And
M4 GT4.
yep, and the dots are color coded on the map, as you can see. Blues are GT4,
GT4s.
and I believe grays are GT3. Although I haven't seen any quite yet.
Yeah, there's the GT3 behind them.
Yep, they are indeed gray. So we have 10 GT4s and a number of GT3s, and we'll be following their progress anxiously.
I like those. I like those wiper blades a lot
You like the
on the
wiper blades?
Aston. On the
Oh,
Aston.
oh, the reverse ones.
Yeah, they go.
Uh, from an engineering perspective, I don't know if I like them. I get it. They're like trying to get it so that the driver and the passenger have, equal wiper blade coverage. But that I like that to me that doesn't jive too well because the driver is the one who needs to see it most, and the middle of the windscreen is
Yeah, cause fuck the passenger, am I right?
yeah. Well, especially in a race car. And
Of
yeah,
course.
passenger doesn't have to look out the window.
No, they don't need to look out the windshield, not at all.
No, they can just close their eyes and take a nap, which I highly recommend, by the
Perfect.
way.
I love it.
That is my ideal image of a drive is to take a nap.
All right. On pole, we have M Skull, followed by Julio Butler and Julio Barker.
Everyone's Julio. As you can tell, we haven't experienced one of these RWB races before. We're gonna be newly experiencing this, and unfortunately we didn't get a chance to get a spotter's guide, but we do know some of the people from our ESR shenanigans, and for those of you who have done a stream with us in the past, you know that everyone we don't know the name of we call Julio. So,
And some of you may recognize me or recognize the name from the Nürburgring race where I started in Tier 2.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Very cool.
Till they moved me up to Tier 1. Oh, sorry, M Skull's Menacing Skull.
Uh, as you can see, we have 24 people in this race, I believe.
I wonder if those Abernosas are related, because there's an Abernosa in Tier 1. So on pole, we have M. Badowski, followed by D. Tazaro.
And that's it. That's all you get to know.
Yep, that's all we know.
Just a good quirk of our unique recording situation here. Um,
Oh,
looks like
Miller
Dylan
just.
Mueller is just chilling out at the end of. Is that Curva Grande? It looks like it.
Yes.
So we are looking at an hour-long race. With
Followed by a pit stop in a 20-minute pit window, I believe.
it makes sense if memory serves correctly, they are centered around the half hour, so they'll give them a nice, generous window. Looking at that track forecast, I'm not predicting too much need for it. Just with we got a 10-minute and then 30-minute rain forecast, and it's just gonna be pouring the whole time. So
Could
it's
be
a
worse. Could be thunderstorms.
well, could it? Does this game have thunderstorms?
Yep, this game has thunderstorms.
Nice. What's the chance of electrocution?
I'd say pretty low because it's it's quite suicidal to drive them in when it's that wet.
spare.
Ooh, bad start for Seton Kenny back there.
Seen Kenny, yeah. Well, he goes up and down in some of the races we've seen him in.
Yeah, some races he's right up there with the fastest guys, and in other races he just has off days.
Now that Anderson I'm seeing in the middle, is that our own Andy Anderson?
Yes, that's Andy Anderson.
All right,
Because
that's good to see.
D Anderson is in Tier 1 in GT4.
Uh, Looking at Gixxer OSG. I like that name. Or if Gixxer is referring to a Suzuki Gixxer, I appreciate.
I do appreciate it as well. It's a really good. I totally understood that reference.
Um, but yeah, we've got quite an interesting field. One thing about this series I'm noticing already is that we have quite a spread of variety of cars. You know, we've only, I mean, in the entire last season 3 of the ESR ACC Sunday races, we've only ever seen one or two Nissans, and already we're seeing at least two here.
Yeah, the
Um,
two, and they're in like third and fourth,
yeah, we've got an
and
M6 out in front
Alexis,
and a Lexus right behind. Um, Another
two
M6 I see
Ferraris,
at the back. So we got quite an interesting spread.
Van Dorman, Tesoro, and Warren and Godzilla. What if that's his last name? Good on you if it is.
What's that?
Godzilla's his real name.
That's what I was. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you said. Is Godzilla's his last name? I hope so. So I'm actually kind of stoked to be
Yeah, Martin
to be
actually
doing
came to
this
us
race.
for once.
I know. We've been offering to maybe take over the reins a little bit on these commentaries because Mike Magus, who had been previously kind of managing this, is well, he works really hard at it, and we respect him to death, but he likes to maintain a lot of things under his own control, which is fine. But
We just want to ease it up on him, ease the workload, you know?
yeah, it's always
Alright,
good to
here they
have
go,
low stress.
lining up at about 70 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, we are rounding Parabolica, and it is, man, it's raining. Look at all that. Look at all that moisture in the air.
Oh
With
yeah,
our
and
rolling
moisture on the
start,
track.
the
There you go,
lights
green
are
light.
on, and green light's going. Green light is
Let's
going.
see
So,
how Monza turn one's gonna be.
oh, in the rain, I try not to
Looks like
think too
Tesoro
much.
didn't get a very good start there in the BMW. He started got passed for second by Godzilla.
It looks
Oh,
like
there he
it.
goes.
We're going maybe we're at least two wide, maybe three wide. They're braking.
Okay, that's generous. That's really good.
It
Okay, that's a
is,
surprise.
wow, they're very calm.
Very calm and clean.
So Desaro leading Godzilla and Wilk. So already we've seen kind of some switch ups. I mean, not that that's unsurprising because with all this rain,
Moisture on the track.
exactly. A lot of uncertainty in the conditions today.
Oh, I found. Oh, there he goes. He's going over the curb. Oh,
Uh-oh.
is that Tesoro? No, Tesaro's on the
I think it's
BMW.
Godzilla.
No, Godzilla's in front of him.
A Wilk?
Now, Warren. That's the other BMW. Or is that like what's it called? Looking for
Nissan?
Nissan. A Nissan.
Nissan. I
There we
noticed that
go. On Lesbo 2.
Lesbo 2, nice. Is it just me or is this video a little bit choppy?
No, I think it's just you.
Okay.
Gixxer rounding up the field in fifth, I think.
Certainly. Well, it'll be interesting to see the spread of talent in this roundup, considering that we got Abrenosa
And
off
McCricky.
after Ascari. Looks like it was able to collect it, but that put it. You can already see that put a big gap in between
Oh
Gixxer
yeah.
and Wilk.
Rain is a great equalizer. So we're gonna see who shines in these wet conditions.
I s Well, considering they're all going to be wet, I suspect everyone's going to shine a little bit. And Wilk appears to be our
Oh, there's Godzilla trying to pass Cesaro on the inside to T1.
Ooh,
Cesaro lets him have it, lets him space. Can Godzilla get past him?
does he?
Oh, Warren
Does
and
he?
Godzilla come together. Godzilla on
Oh
Godzilla
no!
action.
Oh, Godzilla spun in turn one. That is not good. It looks like
Oh, mayhem.
uh-oh, we're seeing the action obscured by the Assetto Corsa signs. I'm actually kind of surprised they were able to hold everything together so well. I mean, being rainy and then also with such intense racing at Monza, these are not exactly the. We'll be kind and say they're not conditions that foster warm fuzzy feelings. And
Oh, Gixxer going for the pass on Abrinosa. He's looking, and he can't make the pass. Z
let's
can get
see.
past on the next. Oh, there goes Warren off on Lesbo 2-1.
Lesbo one.
Let's Lesbo 2 coming out. Can Gixxer get the? Oh no, Gixxer's too far back.
Oh, and we see Warren's run just disappear out from under him.
Yeah,
As as
Warren's
as
had not a
uh,
good day.
as mistakes sort of compound on mistakes in the rain, where if you can't line up at every turn perfectly, it leads to just because it's exponentially harder to line up the next turn and correct your mistake, that it just kind of compounds on itself. And we've seen him lose quite a few
Indeed.
positions, even only in the last couple of seconds here.
Well, Godzilla's coming back after his collision in T1.
I mean, it speaks volumes that Warren was able or sorry, Godzilla was able to
There's
get past
Sean
Warren.
Kenny, or Sean Kenny, sorry about that. And trying to pass our Andy Anderson.
Last lap, 12 minutes. That's a respectable lap time around Monza in the rain.
Perfect. It's right up there with the big guys.
I think Formula One cars said a 11:58 or something like that around this track, so
Yeah, I think you're right.
not bad at
Oh, indeed. Fun fact, in Tier 1, we haven't had any inclement weather at all, even though there's been some, and like the past two races, I think Kyalami or Suzuka was rainy, and same with this one here is rainy, and Tier 1 has been all dry.
all. Really? Well,
Yep.
in this game, I mean, I know it's always possible to have inclement weather, but I've never seen one of these weekly series have it. So
No,
it's
because I think they turned it off for Sunday series.
well, I remember the very first race I ever commentated. It was Zalder.
Yeah,
Um,
Zolder. It was
that
me,
was
you, Byron,
rainy.
and Mike.
Yep, yeah, and Martin was there too for a spell. And no, actually, I think it was just Martin, you, and Byron and I.
Yeah, I don't
And
think it
then
was Mike. No.
and looks like Bernoza went off in Lesmo too. It's a very
Gixxer
popular
passed him,
place.
and the camera likes Doran Mullen.
It's the first time I think we've seen him this race so far. Um, but then I remember we had one inclement weather round at Nürburgring. That
Yes,
one
I
was an
remember that.
absolute, that one was a nightmare, but
And
a
Sean
fun.
Kenny was in the Ferrari, right?
Yes, yes, I believe so.
There's Godzilla looking at the inside of Gixxer. Can he make it? Oh, he does. Goes into Parabolica. Can Gixxer get the cut back? Nope, cannot.
So just a little correction to my earlier statement. The color of the markers on the map, uh, the teal ones are actually uh, not GT4s. Those are the dark blue ones. Um, and they seem to change based on laps down as well. So that will be sort of a pending confirmation, I think.
There's a wet ass Porsche.
Would you call it a WAP?
Yes, I would call it a WAP.
Very good, very good. So Gixxer and Dornmullen are having a
Dormal
fun
going
run
at it. Whoa, did Gixxer go off somewhere?
around
Because Abrinosa
Curva
got past
Grande.
him.
What's that?
Did Gixxer go off somewhere? Because Abrinosa's passed him.
No, they were battling pretty good for the just around
Oh, there's
Parabolica.
Dormal and goes off.
Yeah, looks like it.
Is that Warren in behind there?
Yeah, that's Warren, and then I'm not sure. I think that's Anderson in the green Aston Martin. Oh, it indeed
Yeah,
is.
that's Andy
So,
Anderson. Oh, Sean
something
Kenny got past them all.
something's wrong with the. Well, yeah, when Dormal went off, it looked like Warren was stalling, trying to avoid hitting anyone, and Kenny looks to have gotten a good run out of the
Oh,
deal.
looks like Marco Badeschi has a big lead.
That's easy for me to believe. There's been so much chaos further back in the field, and you know, in any race, when there's people that get close together, you know, people tend to drive slower because you have to, you know, mistakes compound on mistakes, and you try to, as the anxiety increases, you have to try and make your way past in tougher conditions, and that effect is doubled or even tripled in the rain when, you know, reaction times are just
And
hugely.
braking distances and grip goes way down.
Exactly. So, you know,
There's a look
while
back to
it's
the GT4 fight.
while it's always an advantage to be in front, and or just even in clean air,
Oh, something must happen to Mueller. He's down there in the
mm,
GT4 field. Oh, I saw some guys spinning in the background.
I didn't recall seeing
Oh,
that.
looks like Beer recovered.
Okay, but yeah, anyone who can find some clear road will definitely
Oh, there goes
benefit from it.
Butler off, or Barker.
I Did
No,
he go off?
Julio.
Looks like he just went a little
Yeah,
wide.
Julio
Okay,
went a little wide and let Martin, and Martin got past him.
so Martin Edmonds in third place in the GT4 category. Some of these GT4s are really interesting in design. Like you can hardly tell that Aston Martin is not just a street car with a funny wing on it. Oh, Martin braking way wide and having to
Martin, you're supposed to
knock
avoid those
over one
barriers,
of,
bud.
yeah, knock over the
Oh, there
the
goes
signs on the
Skull. Skull
inside.
is falling back. Skull went deep. Butler's past him.
Skull had to take the chicane.
They go into whatever corner that is.
It'll be the second chicane. I can never remember the names of these chicanes.
Yeah.
That's
Variante
number one.
Alta?
Variante. Well, no, because isn't Variante Alta in Imola?
True. I don't know. It's Italian.
I know the first. I mean, I know the first
Martin
one
has also got past Skull.
I know the first one is Primero Variante, but that just means first turn. So, I mean, maybe it's Segunda Variante. I don't know. I
Edmonds
mean,
has
Martin
got past
Edmonds got past
Skull.
Skull.
Butler's leading the pack.
You know,
It's a nice pack they got
in
there.
hindsight, that Janetta is probably a very good choice for this because even though it is a not a very, you know, it's not a very balanced car as far as performance go. In Monza, where you can you extract a lot of extra speed out of the corners, and then also on the rain where the grip is by far the most important. As Skull all goes off again in Parabolica.
Skull must have got his tire pressures wrong.
Or maybe I think he's just out driving the car because he allowed Beer to get by as well. But as I was saying, the Janetta is probably a great choice here because grip
Oh,
matters more
Anderson has
than
got past
anything on
Sean.
the on the wet, and it is nothing to say wet out here.
Sean Kenny must have gone off somewhere because Andy Anderson got past him again.
I think it's pretty safe to say that on any corner anyone could go off. It's
Yeah, it's a
not
fair choice.
it's not an ideal conditions, we shall say.
I wish we could see the lead he has, because with all these guys fighting behind, he's got to have gotten a sizable lead.
Well, it can't be more than a few seconds. The gray dot behind, I think, is the gap behind, and that's only a few seconds. Yeah, and that's
I think
confirmed because
I think it's a 10-second lead.
as we saw him cross the finish line, the dot behind him turned to teal, so that would put him on the lap behind, which makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think it says 10-second lead because I just counted from when.
Oh, we had a car
Lead
spinning
car.
on a Scary. Who was that?
Oh.
I don't know, but Kenny appears to be struggling with Parabolica. Seems that it's going to
Warren
be a
just got
running
back up to
theme
him.
today. What's that?
Anderson's gotten ahead.
Anderson did?
No, Anderson has gotten further ahead. Looks like the rain is affecting everyone here.
Well, to be honest, I'd be blown away if it wasn't affecting everyone at least some way. Whether it be having to force them to be more careful or cause them to spin more. Probably a mixture of both, but you know, you can never say for certain. One
Yeah,
thing
I
I
guess we'll never know.
One thing I do like about the rain is that it does tend to exacerbate any personal flaws that drivers may have, and you know,
Yeah, tell me about it.
while it is definitely frustrating, you know, you do get to see kind of the personalities of drivers shine through the most. As Sean Kenny gets a little sketchy into the second variante, and Warren eats him up. Ooh, maybe having a look through Lesmos, but
Wait, wouldn't the first turn be that long right-hander?
Curva Grande?
Yeah.
No, no. Primero Variante is the first turn. So the you know the chicane.
Yeah, then second turn would be the right-hander, and then third turn would be the chicane. Wouldn't it?
I suppose I know some maps consider the left-hander to be a second turn. I don't know.
It's second variante.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Variante della Roggia.
Della Rogia. Oh, okay.
Della Roggia. And
That makes
Curva di
sense.
Lesmo, then Curva di Saraglio. Yeah.
Oh, Sean Kenny again wide around Parabolica. So allowing
Oh,
Warren by for the most recent time. And then someone's in the pits. I wonder, that's Pater, who I'm not
Patter.
familiar with, but is in, at least for the moment, safely in last place in the GT4 category.
Yeah, he has time. Long race still, 45 minutes to go.
I wonder how the Nissan compares to the Lamborghini in a track setting, because
In this setting?
we're seeing it will hold on pretty well to these cars. I mean, you know, short of, you know, driver faults, it seems like it's holding on pretty well as far as just raw performance goes, at least in this setting.
Yeah, the Nissan at Monza at least is one of those cars known for having a lot of straight line speed, so it does pretty well here.
Huh. Interesting. I would expect it to do well at regular, you know, sunny weather, fair weather
Oh,
Monza,
there's
but
Cesaro
you'd think it'd be
fighting
even
with
worse in
Wilk.
the rain now.
Oh, Cesaro goes one. Oh, he hits Wilk.
Oh, that was a very. Oh no, that was a very interesting turn of events. See, that was one of the most drawn out spins I think I've ever seen. He was holding that slide for what felt like minutes. Kind of a classic symptom of Scare. It's really easy to be thrown wide and
Indeed, you're right.
sent into a little bit of uncontrolled oversteer. I guess I've never seen anyone do that in the rain, but sounds like it could be
I
pretty
think it's
common.
worse in the rain, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. So I believe it. Kind of a case of, you know, in a lot of these races I see, you know, drivers start to maybe have a spin and then try to correct it. More often than not, I see that end really poorly when they try to correct and
Oh,
overcorrect and then it snaps.
there's
What?
Anderson.
Oh yeah, making a move on
Oh,
Dornmelon
Miller.
into the Parabolica.
I think that's Miller actually, not Anderson.
Oh, you're right. So went wide and took a little bit of a delayed apex, but he passed that in such a way that Dornmelon had to get on the brakes again, which forced him out of an otherwise advantageous position through the final
Yeah, stopped
laps.
him from doing the undercut.
Exactly.
Oh, there's Dormalen. Is he
Dornmelon probably can't be
stopping?
happy about that. Oh my gosh. A bold cut, but outbreaks
Smart
himself.
idea there.
Well, I think he kind of had to. He took that really hard.
He could have, but his recovery was smart. He didn't just dive into the next corner and hopefully he got past it.
Yeah, that was definitely smart, but I would consider that more just a following of the rules. I mean, I don't think there would be any question that he'd be penalized if he decided to just high side himself on the curves. That would have been messy.
Yeah, if he had gone over the curve, he probably would have hit Miller.
So that puts him a little bit dampened in the fight against Mueller.
Hopefully he can come back at him though. We'd like to see some battling.
Definitely. I hope we can do some more of these because it's really interesting to see more drivers and get more experience from this. Gotta say, I'm always down for the idea of multi-class racing. I think it's really interesting and
Oh,
fun.
it's frustrating sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. But that's the best part. Ooh, Dornmalen a little out of shape in the in their Ascari
Sorry.
turns. I wonder if he might have had a little bit of suspension damage from running over that curb at such a high speed in the Primera Variante.
I don't think so. I think he just made a mistake in the wet conditions.
Well, he's still suffering from it. Looks like he's got a little bit of understeer problems. It could be a mental thing though.
It
Wonder if
could be
maybe,
some front end damage though from other incidents.
I wonder if he maybe just psyched himself out a little bit.
There's Damian Milk and Godzilla.
I think I might be ready to stick a fork in oh, oh, a
Badowski
pass
fighting with
attempt, but we
GT4s.
don't get to see the end of it, unfortunately.
He's caught to the back of the GT4 field.
So this is currently our leader, Marco Badowski, setting a best lap of 1:57.2. So he's doing something right. I mean,
He's at least a few seconds quicker than the rest of the guys.
yeah, clearly he's got something. He's got some strategy correct. Perhaps he's just a better driver in some areas. But as the pit window has opened, 20 minutes centered on the 30. So as we're approaching our halfway mark, it'll be interesting to see where the drivers decide to come in. Back in ESR, we have lots of different strategies being exercised for better and worse. I'm kind of curious how they'll manage it this time.
I assume the guys with more damage will pit earlier than later.
Oh yeah,
Oh, there's Cricky going off. He's second, actually.
luckily, so he just got passed by Charger, who is in a GT4 Porsche, so nothing to worry about there.
There he goes.
You know, something we're learning about the ESR Academy series, or for those who don't know, Academy series is where we take some lower, not necessarily less talented, but maybe
Less
just
skilled.
less experienced drivers and sort of show them the ropes by getting them into some maybe less forgiving cars and kind of throwing them in the deep end. Um, One of the fascinating things about that is you get to kind of see the drivers evolve and learn as the experience or as the season goes on, and that's kind of a similar thing that we get when it's raining like this, because you get to see, well, how do the drivers adapt? How do they change their strategies, be it driving or pitting or the like.
Yeah, I agree. This happens sometimes, and it's sometimes for the good.
Well, we always hope so, but at the very least, we just hope that people learn something, right?
Oh, I guarantee they will.
Yeah.
Wet conditions are a little more treacherous because you don't get them too often, and even some of the more experienced guys haven't driven in the wet that much.
Yeah, it's certainly a less common occurrence than maybe it would be likely, as Gixxer makes a nice clean pass around Curva Grande.
on Julio Barker.
John the Julio Barker.
Nelson Abrenosa in 4th place, going into T1.
I wonder aloud why the director decided to choose Ebernoza to watch for him.
Hey,
Although
why
as
not?
he's well, because he's not. There's no battling.
Well, all right.
There we
That's
go.
Gixxer.
Martin Emmons getting passed by Jixer into Lesma 2. Although there's a battle right behind them between Barker and Badowski. That I wonder if we
I
might
don't think I
see.
don't think it's a battle because Badowski's
Oh
in the
wait,
GT3.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Uh-oh,
No,
Rustin
Barker's in
has
a
a
GT4.
stop and go 30 seconds.
Looks like it. He's not in the pits. Oh, and he's out. So
Must have quit or disconnected.
I would guess quit, just considering the timing. I mean, we can't say for certain as Butler is also passed by Jixer.
Uh-oh, Martin is passing, or he's catching up to Butler there, I think.
It's possible. Certainly possible. I wonder aloud if it might have something to do with the traffic that they're just getting into, but I can't say for certain.
I don't know if track would have anything to do with it because, although it could be distracting more than anything.
Well, I know as a GT4, you try to get out of the way of the GT3 as much as possible, and in an inopportune moment, that can cause you to lose not insignificant amount of time, as we just saw there with Flack. Um,
Flack's in a GT4 though.
yes, yes, he is. Oh, Edmonds isn't. My bad. Um, that was just a regular run-of-the-mill misjudge of a turn in that case.
Ah, no worries, happens to the best of us. Oh, there was Charger. Hits Butler.
So it would seem no harm, no foul. It appears. Looks like everyone's more or less intact. I gotta commend the drivers. I have never driven ACC race in the rain before, but looks like they're able to handle uh, awkward situations much better than I would expect. I mean, nothing against the drivers, but it's a very challenging environment. And when you put that challenging environment in conjunction with an already challenging race, it can be stressful, and they're proving to be able to manage it more than adequately. So, tip of the hat to our drivers.
Indeed, you're right, sir. Let's see, Charger has gone a lap down to the GT4 field. There's Podolski passing. Oh no, that is
Jixer,
Jixer.
it's a lap traffic, right?
I don't think so. Unless Podolski went off or something.
Well, the only way he would have gone behind is either pitting or just lapping.
I guess we'll have to see from Gixer's point of view.
Well, sadly I don't know. I don't think we'll get to see that in particular. But of note, a couple of laps ago with the other Ferrari whose name I can't.
Abrenosa.
Yeah, that was it. He was setting high 157 lap times as well. And we just got to look. Budowski set a 157.2, I believe, 2.5. So there is competition in fast laps, which is definitely good to see. It's unfortunate that luck or whatever else you have, it hasn't worked out as well. But looks like some people are setting some pretty good even laps. So it could end up being a good race yet.
Yeah, indeed, sir. All right, Gixer is he catching Podolski? Can't tell.
And no, no, considering Budowski just passed him on Parabolica of the last lap, it's he's made up quite a bit of time. The I'm not sure about the Porsche's balance in this particular setup, but
The Porsche usually sucks at Monza.
yeah, I don't envy Gixxer at all. I've had
Ask me how I know.
how do you know, Matt?
Because I'm in the Porsche.
What? No way.
Yeah, wait, you bet that?
I've
Oh,
had I
there's Podolski.
Yep. I've had anecdotal experience to say that the Porsche is not ideally suited for Monza, and mainly because there's a tendency to over-rotate. And at
And
ooh,
because
wet
it's slow in a
Monza,
straight line.
yeah, wet Monza. Yeah, it's a scary thought.
Ooh, pardon me, I'm yawning right there. It's a long day here.
It's okay. We all have one every once in a while. I just had to pause to take a quick sip.
Upper Brewski.
Yep, it's got a little hef going on in the
Come on,
background.
come on, Cole, where's your White Claw?
I I don't drink White Claw, Matt. I am a male.
So you can drink. What are you saying that man can't drink White Claws?
No, I was saying they don't.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I know you drink White Claws, so that reinforces that stereotype pretty well. No, I'm just kidding. When was the last time you had a White Claw, Matt?
Like a month ago?
Really? You're a month
There's.
clean?
What do you mean a month clean?
No, I'm proud of you, man. Ooh, oh, that's a BMW off in the
That is you,
sticks.
Jenny.
It is Javier Eugen, you're right. Wonder what happened there.
I think he just broke too late and then kind of cut across the curbs.
That makes sense. Likewise to the anecdotal evidence of the Porsche I was sharing earlier, I do have anecdotal evidence likewise to wit that the BMW M6 is not very well suited for. No, wait, that's Godzilla. No, oh no, sorry, we were watching Eugenia in the background. Any case, I have anecdotal evidence to say that the M6 is very much the opposite of the Porsche, which, while you would think if the Porsche struggles in this, that the M6 being the opposite would, much rather thrive. But
You think
it
so?
it's very. I mean, it may be. The thing about Monza, it's a lot of really long acceleration zones from really tight corners, and getting all that power down can be a struggle. And then when your brakes aren't quite up to the spec, or up to a snuff rather, it can be probably pretty frustrating.
I doubt they'll be wearing their brakes that much though.
Oh well, I wouldn't worry about any sort of wear this race. I do like that Mercedes F1 livery on that
I did see
AMG
that as
though.
well.
Very nice. Dylan Mueller rounds Lesma 2.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
And then with that, our 30 minutes mark is passed, halfway
And
into
with
the race.
that mark, I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'll be back in a second.
White Claw?
No White Claws.
There's no laws when you're drinking the claws. Uh-oh. And as we say that, a car immediately off into a Ascari. I believe that is a GT3. We don't get to see who it is exactly, though. As Martin Edmonds is hunted down by Godzilla, appropriately enough, in Primera Variante. And Skull has likewise outbrakes himself and goes and runs over the stop sticks as Godzilla gets past Edmonds in Curva Grande without too much issue. He's going to make some time on Barker, but with that kind of interesting event in Primera Variante, there's this kind of group is a little bit of a nightmare. We've got GT4s and 3s intermingling as Eugenia makes a pass on Barker, very clean there.
Alright, I'm back. What I miss?
You missed actually kind of an interesting chunk of the lap. There was a couple of cars went wide and broke themselves around Primera Variante, and kind of mixed up this group we have going here. The GT3s ended up
Oh
kind of
no!
losing some ground, so they're kind of having to
Look at
fight their
Martin
way back
Edmonds.
again. And Martin Edmonds is in first place currently.
He has some front end damage.
hmm So James Butler has shifted from first to fourth because of a pit stop, of course. But now it'll be interesting to see. We need to start paying attention to their lap times See exactly how much time they gain or lose based on the tire wear.
Here goes Martin.
What?
Martin just pitted.
Mm-hmm.
1-1 James Barker.
Well, I'm kind of curious as to how these tires work, because traditionally wet tires degrade like a freaking rock. But I don't know. I don't know about this series, especially in GT4s. Remember, the GT4 tires are just worse in every way than the GT3 tires.
Dun, dun, dun.
What are you listening to, Matt?
I'm not listening to anything. Truck right in
The
this little garage.
sure.
Did you see what I was listening to?
No, but I heard it.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but I'm gonna tell you, I got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me, drift down the side of me.
Just taking a quick look at the weather forecast. Still more rain. In fact, it's almost gotten worse. I could swear there's more rain dots in that little picture than there was before.
I don't know, but I don't know about you, but I ain't a fan of the wet weather.
Ooh, Warren gets pretty out of shape, and Ascari.
So does Barker.
Oh, so is Barker. Wow, that was a nice recovery, though. One thing I'm a little suspicious is the track temperature is 26 degrees or 27 degrees, and
Yep, 27.
the weathers and the like the ambient air temperature is 26 degrees. That's pretty freaking warm, especially for being Italy and as being
And wet.
and as wet as it is. Yeah, raining. Like that's warm. That's humid.
It's
Uh
kind of
oh,
sus.
Cricky gets a little out of shape in Lesma 2-2. Wish I could see who hasn't pit out of the GT3s, but guess it's a pretty good assumption to just assume that probably yes.
I think Cricky has.
I'll just have to take your word for it, I suppose.
Ah, yes. The wet ass Porsche.
It's the best kind of Porsche there is.
After his pit stop, Edmund is about 7 seconds behind Butler.
Yeah, it seems so, which makes commensurate sense based on what we've been seeing so far. He's been just a bit behind, and
Indeed, you're right.
God, just look at this. Just look at the distance of those rooster tails coming out the car as they plow their way through the falling rain.
I don't know about you, Cole, but Red seems kind of sus.
Red's always sus. Frickin'
Indeed, you're right.
Canadians.
Hey, I'm not sus.
You're a hecka sus.
You're a hoser.
See, look at that. Only sus people call other people hosers.
No, only sus people get called hosers.
Dang it, you're right. Maybe I am a hoser. A sus hoser. And we get a
Rest my
random
case.
look at Javier Eugeni just driving through. Do we think Eugeni is pitted? I don't believe so, but
Oh
I've
no!
never. What?
Look, Barker's got a stop and go 30 seconds.
Oh no. Barker, the man who is best known in my eyes as the NSX champion.
And the champion, never getting a penalty.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him get one before. What a
He's
shame.
always been the goody two shoes guy.
You know, I gave people a lot of crap No, well, not a lot, but I give them, you know, a fair amount of crap whenever that would happen in some of our races. And I tried to do a longer race the other day and try to get the pit stop down. Okay, I abandon all judgment. The system for pitting in ACC is so obtuse. I mean,
I can figure it out.
once you figure it out, yeah, but like unless you like actually really practice it on each track,
It's really not that hard.
yeah, it's not hard if you practice it. And
Well, I have done it very often.
yeah, you just gotta know exactly when and how fast to be going at any given time, and it's very strict on how it treats speeding, which makes sense. I mean, that's how they do in real life. But man, I remember questioning the first couple of races in season 2 and 3 of our Sunday series, and man, it was brutal. Every single race, there'd be someone who would get pretty hefty penalties.
Yeah, me.
Well, that was later on. That was later on. Oh man, I have flashback to your Suzuka race when you got like 4 penalties in a row and just
That was
oh
the
that was
IGC. That was the IGC series.
yeah, it was freaking brutal is what it was.
It sucked.
I'll be honest, it doesn't sound great. Well, Barker's serving that right now, it seems.
Watch him get another penalty.
Be nice, Matt. But yeah, he probably will.
But knowing Barker, he's a good boy. He won't get another penalty.
Aluminum Charger also in the pits in his Porsche Cayman 718 Club Sport. He's been in there for a long time. I wonder if he might have a mechanical problem that needs to be rectified. As Barker
Oh,
emerges
there
from
he
the
goes.
pits. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, commentator's curse descends again upon the racers as Wilk outbreaks himself just a smidgen into Primera Variante, and with that shot down the um, well, I guess that's turn 3. You can really see the difference between those GT3s and 4s. That Aston Martin looks like a completely different car almost, with all the extra bodywork and giant wang.
I don't know about you, but I like the GT3 version better.
Yeah, it doesn't. Gotta say, look. I mean, like I said before, the GT4 just looks kind of like an Aston Martin with a wing on it, and
You mean the wang on it?
yeah, a big old wang. But the
Main
problem is
window
the
is now closed.
GT3's wang is even bigger.
You should look up big ol' wang on YouTube or on Google.
Well, I kind of knew what you're talking about until you said on Google. It's just a like ooh, I should go into incognito mode first.
There's Gixxer putting the pressure on Abernosa going into the Lesbo 2. There he goes. To
Anyhow,
Scurry.
it's Abernosa and Mueller, I believe.
Now it's Gixxer.
Oh, Gixxer, whoops. So
You
with
seem
that, our
distracted, bud.
sorry, I was on my phone a little bit. Um, and with that, our pit window is now officially closed. All but confirming that Pater
He is
is getting either
left.
DQ'd or just yeah, purely retiring
I
from the
think he
race.
left. Except, or not left, he's just not quit yet.
We got
Oh,
yellow
there's
flag in
Fricky.
sector 1. Godzilla looks to have outbroke himself, as does Cricky. So that's a really popular thing. You can see all the signboards and turn markers just
They should be put in prison for those boards.
strewn all the for the ones in the chicane.
Yep, those boards had families.
Yeah, how can you drivers live with yourselves?
How can you do that to them?
Disgusting.
Disgusting!
Which
Which one of you doesn't know
it's
how to
one of
flush the
yous.
toilet? I thought how to shit. What was fucking one of yous? Disgusting!
Disgusting. Good times, Mike.
Good iconic videos.
What would we do without the internet?
I'd probably kill myself.
We wouldn't. Oh, hey, that's dark. I was gonna go along the lines of we wouldn't have any amazing memes.
More friends.
Well, that is also true. Man, that hits close to home. What the longest consecutive racing period ever spent in the rain is. Remember what was it, 2 years ago at Le Mans? Or 3 years? No, it's a long time. It's 3 years ago. There was a period where they went, I think, like 4 or 5 hours completely in the rain.
What
But
about Spa this year? Or 2 years ago?
I didn't watch that. I admit. I have to admit, I didn't watch that all.
Longest rain.
You understand? Out in fifth place alone, coming up to Primo Variante. Hot on the tail of it. It sounds like Gixxer, but I can't quite confirm at this period in time.
Ooh. Ooh, I
Oh,
think.
Godzilla goes flying out of Lesmo 1, oversteers after going wide, and just slams the front end of that Nissan
Oh,
into
he
the
has some
inside
heavy damage
barrier.
there.
That is not a good sign, or not a good
Did
sight.
Gixxer get past Abernoza?
I don't think so.
I think so. RDB Godzilla's in third place, so and Gixxer's in fourth. Yeah, there's oh no, it's Anderson.
Yeah. I do not know.
I'll be back in just a second.
So what an unfortunate series of events for Godzilla. The pit window just closed only a couple laps ago. Not that you can't pit additionally, but would have been ideally, well, actually, truly ideally, you never would have had that accident. But you know, if you're going to have it, the ideal time to do it is right, before your pit window or your mandated pit. As Edmonds also goes off into Lesmo 1. Not too much problems this time, but you can really use these examples to see just how difficult it is to manage a car, especially a GT4 in these conditions, and especially at this track, which even in dry is it's a little we'll be kind and say quirky track.
Oh, there goes Skull sideways in front of Warren and
That was a good shot.
Tazaro. Can Tazaro go on the inside of Warren?
I would be a smidgen surprised, although he's gonna try. It looks like.
Yeah, Warren's not gonna hold that around the outside there. There goes James Butler.
Currently sitting in first place in the GT4 category. The lone remaining Janetta.
Was he the only Janetta?
Was he? I could
I
have
think
sworn
Skull got past Martin as well.
that makes sense. I mean, pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah, Jake Gixxer, third place.
So yeah, I guess you're right. He had to have gotten past that Ferrari.
There's Podolski running away with the race. I
Sorry
guess
to,
Martin didn't fix his front end damage.
well, as we just saw,
Yeah, that.
his like most recent laps are a fair amount of time off his best. I wonder if he's kind of in autopilot mode, just cruising his way through the rest of the race with such a large gap behind him. Not to mention traffic able to hold back any foes that get close enough.
I wonder who's in second.
That is um
It's
could
not
be
Gixxer, it's not
could it be
Godzilla.
Godzilla?
No, Godzilla crashed, remember?
Oh, you're right. Hmm.
He must have pitted and come up behind him.
Well, I don't know, cause his little icon is still gray. Hmm.
Oh, Quicky's in second.
Oh. So as it turns out, there's just no understanding the dot colors. Oh well.
Oh, wow. James Butler goes complete another lap. Solid race to Butler this week. He's really doing well.
Yeah, he's been very solid. I don't think we've seen anything really too entertaining out of him, which is good. Wants to be wants to have a boring race and just
We're gonna have
you
to
know.
buy him a drink after this.
Yeah, he just has to open his window and stick his tongue out.
Yep. Or toss it up the window to him. Right? We can do that.
Oh yeah, it's totally legal. Yeah.
Even when the window's closed. He'll appreciate it, right?
Oh yeah. It'll scare the shit out of him. It'll be great.
Oh, and he, well, attached now says, "Oh, from us."
Instead of writing my name, you should write it from Mike Megas.
Yes, that's a better idea. It's the best idea you've ever come up with.
Oh, thanks. Well, I just just wanted him to feel included, and then plus when the FBI investigates for how
Domestic terrorism?
yeah for when the driver goes off the road and kills a family of 5 in the crowd, you know, look at you guys look at the attention you deserve.
Yep. Do you know what,
No, I don't know very many things.
silly putty?
Oh
And then
God,
there's silly putty, and then there's serious putty.
what is a
That's
serious
called
putty?
C4.
Ah, C4, very nice. That joke
Fun
sounds
fact of the
familiar.
day.
That joke is very familiar.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
I like the sound of the Janetta.
What'd you say?
I like the Janetta sound.
Yeah. That Ford Cyclone 3.7 is well, it's not, it's not the newest engine, but it is definitely a good sounding one.
A lot. I think the BMW also sounds like that. So does the Porsche.
Kinda. The Jenetta's a little more higher tone. The BMW's kind of got some more bassy
Wah.
undertones, and the Porsche, it's got that flat 6 scream.
Indeed, you're right.
Say the Jenetta's right in the middle. I do like the highlighter green with the checkered sort of
Yeah,
flanking
you're right.
panels. Simple but effective.
I like it.
Ooh, is Warren?
Tesoro.
No,
Oh, no, Warren's ahead of
that was
Tesoro.
Warren and
Oh no, they're
who
about to go a
cut.
lap down. There's Podolski in the background.
I'm almost kind of surprised they haven't already gone a lap down with all the progress that Badowski's been making and all the apparent mistakes we've
Podolski
seen
has
out
been
of
on
the others.
fire this race.
Yeah.
He hasn't made a single mistake. He's just ran his own race.
Well, at least none
And
that
it's
we've
paying off
seen.
now. Yeah, because the direct is never perfect, right?
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Love how the little LCD display in his windows just says "but."
Who is it? Godzilla just says God.
That's funny.
Oh, we're hilarious.
The hilariousest.
Tell me, Cole, did you buy any Halloween candy?
No, no, I was
Did you go
uh,
trick or
th-
treating?
I did not. I did not do either of those things. I wanted to, but I had other plans that interfered with that stuff. I ended up going to
Ugh.
see some family in up in Seattle, and yeah, unfortunately, I was didn't have the equipment necessary, meaning car, to go and get candy with, and I wasn't about to eat like 20 pounds of candy before I went home. So
You
yeah,
can go get some, right?
yeah, I
It's called
technically
walking.
could, but I'm also oh yeah, I'm gonna walk 130 miles to get
Why
some
not, right?
candy. That'll be good. Actually, now I think about it, the sales might still be going on.
Better pick some up before
Used
they
to
go away.
used to be a tradition of mine. Oh, we see Warren going off again in Lesma 1. It's a really popular tourist destination in this race.
Oh, for sure, Bob.
Yeah, but what about you? Did you go you do any trick or treating? You do any Halloween candying?
No, but my mom bought extra candy, so we're eating their leftovers.
Oh, that's where you're getting all these suckers from.
What are you talking about?
The ones you keep chewing on.
Nope, no suckers.
Well, interesting, because that's what you told me you were eating earlier.
I bet I did.
Freaking liars. I'm so betrayed right now.
Let me ask a swap. Ow.
Do it. Ooh, a bunch
Swap
of.
hurt me.
Let me
Sweat has
guess.
force hurt me.
Oh my goodness.
Cole's ready to end me, folks.
It's okay, it's okay. I just gotta do a little more meditation tonight and just calm my thoughts, calm my murderous rampage. It's so weird that the Nissan Motec display measures the speed as a progress bar. That always throws me off.
Yeah, I was gonna say I realized that, and it looks weird.
I had a conversation with Ayrton Tobin, who is another frequenter of the ESR series, and about that the other day, and we've come to the conclusion that we have no clue why. It's just so bizarre. And I wonder aloud what like those displays are, since they're screens, they're probably pretty configurable. Do you think in real life, and especially in endurance series, do you think the drivers are allowed to personalize what information's on there according to their own like wishes?
No, I think there's just general ones.
Hmm. Well, I imagine a lot of drivers don't really care all that much, but I mean, it's interesting, like how expensive those things are. Like you would think that, especially because they're just basically just screens, that they could put
Yeah,
anything they want on there. They could put like, I don't
my
know,
broken screen.
yeah, put YouTube on there.
Yep, like Tesla, right?
Yeah, dude, if I was driving a freaking Lexus GT3, I would just be wanting to watch Markiplier the whole time, or playing Among Us. Yeah,
Yes.
hook up your steering wheel so that turning it left steers the car left, but also makes your Among Us character go left. And then
I feel that
and,
wouldn't work.
and the horn is what you use to murder with.
Hey, got something there.
Yeah, right. I'm
Hmm?
underrated genius.
Under 3 laps to go now.
Definitely. Well, I would say, yeah, you're right. 33 laps. Considering laps are about 2 minutes right now. That seems pretty on the nose, or on the money rather.
Something must have happened to Godzilla because he was around 3rd place or 4th place. Oh, he must have pitted.
Probably when he had that accident around Parabolica,
Yeah,
and
let's
then
look at his hood.
he only had
For
a couple of oopsies around Lesma. It's not been a great last half of the race for Godzilla.
Or any of the Godzillas for that matter.
No, I got it. No.
Let's go, God. Play him in the wall.
That is a phrase I haven't heard in a minute. Is this a pass for position? No.
There's GT3 on GT4.
Yeah. I don't know. I say the GT4 SMR looks just like a street car with a wing on it. I mean, the GT3 is definitely not the same, but for me, it still looks pretty similar to the street car.
I think you should take yourself to the eye doctor.
No.
Leaders on
Oh,
final
there
lap.
you go. You heard it here first. Leader on final lap.
If I'm gonna be blind, I'm gonna be blind. Damn it. Uh-oh,
Solid.
there's a car in the freaking wall.
Oh, you put him in the wall?
No, I think I was seeing things. Never mind. You can't prove that I said anything.
You really should get your eyes checked, eh?
Nah, I think I need to take a nap.
Yeah, same. You got James Butler. Flawless race, James. Flawless.
Very, very
Mm-mm-mm.
solid. Well, this kind of goes to show that,
Nice.
you know, it's more important to have a consistent race than it is to have a necessarily really fast one. You
Yeah,
know,
I agree with
that's
that
something
one.
we're seeing in the academy over and over again. I mean, Dave Nelson has won 2 races in a row, and yet he's you know, he's never been a bad driver, but he's, you know, never been like on the top of the leaderboards. But you know, when it's just that consistency, he's solid. He's putting down good laps, not the best ever, but still very good. And you know, just not having any mistakes at all. And you know, it's been good for first place for so far. So definitely something to be said for that.
Betsky rounding SRE going on Parabolica.
And with that, the official timer ends. Last lap is in progress. Budowski will finish the race this time around.
There he goes. Is Barker gonna let pie? Yeah, I don't think Barker wants to Jacob Dillon. Oh
I,
boy, words are hard today.
I know I probably wouldn't, especially considering he's gonna blow by him on the front straight anyway.
Leader
Way
has
to
finished the
go,
race.
Budowski.
Very nice.
But where's
Marco
the freaking
Budowski.
Gabagoo?
Gabaku.
You motherfucker. Alright, let's find this fishing order.
I believe this is race. What, do you know what race number this is? I forget.
I think it's race 7. No. Yes. No. Maybe.
Um,
But let me tell you, I got this ring.
yes, you're right. This is race 7.
Ah! Wonderful. There's
And
James Butler.
and with that, Mr. Butler crosses the finish line for the final time. A very well done round for him
Solid ring. Solid win.
as he's in our GT4 layout. We have Butler, pardon me, Butler, Skoll, Edmonds, Barker, Fleck, and Pater. I'm not 100% certain how the rankings work in these series when someone doesn't finish, but they technically haven't retired. mean, normally we'd be just basically impossible, but I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It'd be kind of cool to see the overall standings, but
Yeah, it might be
oh,
fun.
Miller's going backwards. That madman.
All right. Our top 10 for GT3 are Mbadowski, Kricky, Gixxer, Anderson, Arbanoza, Mueller, Tesoro, Warren, Godzilla. Oh, Sean Kenny finishes. Did he retire? I think Sean retired.
Well, it says he's yeah, he says he's got green flags, so
Yeah,
looks
he never
like he got
finished.
retired. Oh, that's unfortunate. And Javier Eugeni as well. That
I'll
must
get
have
some
been
word from him what happened.
that must have been a really recent thing because we saw him up in I believe last 15 minutes, so something must have gone really really wrong. Bless you.
Merci. That was a aggressive one. To you at Monza? Question mark.
And as ended up,
Green light. Go, go,
Rustin
go.
never ended up serving his penalty.
No, I think Rustin quit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. But anyhow, that is it for the 7th round of the RWB slash ESR Tier 2 series. What a race! That is can't say I've seen the weather be that bad in a minute. Although I'm getting word that it's been just kind of not great for the entire series. So, whoops. The next
Oh
race
boy.
on November 7th is in obviously it's 1 week at Barcelona, or 1 week from the last race, excuse me. And according to this little itinerary, it is gonna be mixed weather. So about half and half chance of rain and clouds. So I guess we'll
Hope for the
just hope for
best.
the best. Exactly, exactly, my friend.
That's all you can do, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll have to get in contact with some of the WB guys to see how they keep track of leaderboards, because I'd really like to look more into the standings and kind of do a little analysis of the this specific series and how that kind of thing is going. If they even have that, who knows? Not a big deal, you
Yeah.
know. Could be kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Not too bad. Could be worse though, am I right?
Oh, I mean, technically, yeah, it could always be worse. It could be going through a pandemic. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
imagine that.
yeah, it'd be weird.
Wear masks anyway.
Anyhow, before things get any more real, that is it for this is wonderful race. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. I mean, hopefully we can do this again sometime. It's always fun to look at new series and kind of learn more stuff. Um,
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to talk to Martin. Maybe Martin will let us take over this series commentary
yeah,
while Mike just to ease the workload on Mike.
yeah. Well, I mean, at the very least, we can plug ESR, esr-race.org. I know RWB has a page on raceapp.eu. I imagine they also have their own website, right?
Possibly. I've never been to the website.
Well, you guys will figure it out. You know your way around this. If not, I'm sure there's links in other videos of this series. And in any case, they definitely have a Discord, so feel free to check them and us out. And it's no matter what happens, it's always a good time. We have some good conversations, and we're all just good dudes. Well, most of us. I kind of suck, but Matt's a good dude.
Well, I wouldn't put Razor Tropes too high.
Fair. That's fair. All right, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's been great. I've been Cole Mcray. Who's that guy over there?
I've been Matt Higgs.
Damn right. And we will see you when we see you. Hopefully next week.
Peace.
Bye bye.